Happy Thursday. Are you guys missing me yet? Probably not. Today, you probably had a lot going on. There was a notes page. Hopefully, you watched the video for 4.3 and the crazy dancing about how I interpret graphing horizontal and vertical lines, as well as some diagonals. There was a really short 4.3 practice, and you're going to end today with 2 IXLs that we'll probably go through so quickly, even though you do have to get to 80 SMART score points. So again, log into IXL. Okay. The first one is K8H, and these are going to be equations of horizontal and vertical lines. So what a lot of people forget when they're doing this particular IXL is that a lot of them just put -4. But remember, you need to determine, is it an X kind of line, a horizontal line, or is it a Y equals, and is it a vertical line? So first of all, this is a horizontal line, so it's going to be a Y equals, and it does cross the y-axis at -4. Also, just watch your signs too. It's another common mistake that happens with this particular IXL. Okay. Vertical line, so this is going to be an X equals line. I always start with the type of line it's going to be, and then I go ahead and I put the number in. So this crossed the x-axis at +3. Jump a level. Sometimes you aren't given a coordinate plane, and you have to know, is it going to be a horizontal or vertical line? So again, X line, that's like the Disco Briscoe. He creates vertical lines with his dancing. Okay. Sometimes it might take you back to coordinate plane. Okay. Sometimes your coordinate plane will not go in increments of 1. They might go in increments of 10 in this case, but only every 20 is labeled. This one is a y equals line, and it does cross at 60. It might not cross at a number that is clearly labeled. Okay. Don't get confused by crazy numbers. A y line is always going to be a horizontal line. The next and last IXL is BTK, and you are actually going to be graphing lines this time. So you've done it on paper. This time you're doing it electronically. So I'm going to give you some tips and tricks that I may have not discussed in the video that would be specifically helpful if you're graphing it electronically. So first of all, it's going to be an X line. So I do know that it's going to be a vertical up and down line. It's going to cross the x-axis at 10. So what I do is you need 2 points at least to create a line. So what I like to do is I like to actually find the number 10 on the x-axis, and that is where my first point goes. From here, I think, okay, X's are vertical lines, so they're up and down. So I want to create an up and down line. So I could pick any of these ordered pairs up top here or any down here. No matter where you click, 2 dots are going to create a straight line. And then just double check, is this an X equals 10 line? Yes. Submit. Okay. I'll do another X line really quick. X equals 6. Create a vertical line for an X line. Okay, ooh, another X, -7. And here's our first Y. So I'm going to find -2 on the Y-axis. And this time it is a horizontal line. Again, you can pick any dot you wish. If you aren't happy with the dot that you originally chose, you can start fresh by unclicking all the dots and re-click what you want to actually do. But it doesn't matter which dot you pick. Sometimes, again, your coordinate plane is going to go in increments of 10, or only maybe label every 20. So y at -70. So here's -70 on the y-axis. And a Y, we're doing the sprinkler, we're watering our yard. Horizontal line. Okay, Y equals 8, positive 8, creating a Y line. Let's jump another level. Okay, Y is negative 6. This isn't difficult. Okay. Take your time, double check your work before you submit anything. And as I mentioned in Tuesday's IXLs, if you're struggling, send me a Schoology message. Just let me know. That way I know when we come back or when I come back that I can check in with you about a particular IXL or IXLs. Thanks, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your week.